Hello everyone, this is Professor Marcel Rominger, and in this video we're going to be talking about the three different types of minor scales. So I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between all these different types of scales, so I'm going to be using some primary colors to help make my point. So let's get started. So the first type of minor scale is known as a natural minor. Okay, now do you remember in the previous video that we came up with this intervallic formula for creating minor scales? Well, that intervallic formula is actually a natural minor scale. Okay, so we had previously discussed how, for instance, A minor is the relative minor to C major. Okay, so that A minor, which has no alterations, no sharps or flats, it's pretty much the same key signature as C major, well, that is an A natural minor. Let's go ahead and listen to that. Okay, so no alterations whatsoever, but this leads us to the second type of minor scale, which is known as a harmonic minor. Now, in the harmonic minor, we do have some alterations. It mainly comes in the form of a raised seventh. So let's listen to this. So when I raise the seventh like that, it creates a half step between the seventh scale degree and the main note, the G sharp and the A. Okay, so why is that special? Okay, well, because we've seen this before. Well, where have we seen it before? Oh, in the A major. Okay, so in the A major scale, we also have a G sharp leading to A. Let's listen to A major real quick. That G sharp serves functionally something known as a leading tone. It leads us back to the main note. All right, it kind of pushes us forward there. Okay. Now, in a minor scale, in a natural minor scale, there is no leading tone. So listen to the natural minor one more time and listen to the last two notes. So if you listen to that, and you can always replay this video to listen to it more, you'll hear that there is no real pull to the final note. There's no real pull to that tonic or main note. Okay, now this kind of got people a little bit upset. But don't worry, buddy. It's going to be okay. We have a solution. And that's the harmonic minor. So listen to this minor, and you'll hear that pull to the tonic note. Okay, so while this makes the harmonic minor quite popular and definitely more used than some of the other minor scales, there is also a problem that does arise, and that happens between these two notes. Now, we know that, for instance, in order to be a diatonic scale, we have to create a scale made up of half steps and whole steps. But the problem here is if you take a look at the F and the G sharp, well, that is neither a half step nor a whole step. This interval is made up of a minor third, or 3 half steps, so it's rather large gap between these two notes. This is why you should always check your intervals. Okay, so of course this got people a little bit upset. Now, don't worry, everything's going to be fine. Okay, and the solution comes in the third scale degree, which is known as the melodic minor. Now, in the melodic minor, we raise not only the 7th scale degree, but we also raise the 6th scale degree, and this helps eliminate that huge gap. Let's listen to this. So this helps solve the problem. So here we have the intervals. So as you can see, between E and F sharp is a whole step, F sharp and G sharp is another whole step, and of course we end with our half step, our leading tone. So great, all right. Now, where have we seen this before? Why does this look so familiar? Ah, yes, it brings us even closer to the A major scale. So they are very, very similar. As a matter of fact, the only difference between A major and A melodic minor is this third. Okay, so we have a major third in the A major scale, but we have a minor third. It's lowered a half step for the minor scales. Okay, however, this is not sort of the most sort of fascinating or poignant thing about the melodic minor, or the most noticeable thing about the melodic minor, is that this raised sixth and seventh only happens in the ascending. All right. What happens when we descend? Well, the sixth and seventh are no longer raised, and it actually just resembles a natural minor scale. So here is a melodic minor ascending and descending. So this should clue you in immediately to what kind of minor scale you are looking at by taking a look not only what is being altered, but what is being altered either in ascending or descending. Okay, so that's everything that you need to know about minor scales. Or is it? More to come. Okay, so for today's helpful hint, what we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out what type of minor scale is being used in this piece of music right here. Okay, so this is an invention by Johann Sebastian Bach. Let's listen to it. One more time. So when we listen to this piece, we hear that it's obviously in minor, but which minor is the composer using? Well, first we're going to take a look at the key signature. We see that there is one flat. All right, so that should tell us what type of minor scale is being used. So how do we know whether this is natural minor, harmonic minor, or melodic minor? Well, one way that we're going to find this out is by looking at the score itself and looking at some reoccurring sharps or flats. Now, one thing I see here that I've circled in green is this reoccurring C sharp. So that C sharp is telling me that we are using a specific type of minor scale. When we take a look at the quick check, we're going to figure out which scale that is. Okay, so here we are with a quick check, and we introduced this passage, this Bach passage, in the helpful hints. Can you tell me what key this is in? Pause the video, and when you think you have the answer, hit play. Did you get the answer? All right. So if you have the answer, that's great. If you guessed D harmonic minor, wonderful. If not, let's go through the process on how we figure that out. So we said that first of all, we have to look at our key signature, right? The key signature has one flat. If we check our circle of fifths, we know that one flat is equal to F major and D minor. So this is in the key of D minor. But then again, how do we know which type of minor the composer is using? Well, here is the reoccurring C sharps in the passage. So the C sharp is a raised seventh, all right? So there's only one minor that uses a raised seventh, and that is the harmonic minor scale. All right, so here is what a harmonic minor scale looks like. There is the C sharp, and that is the type of minor scale being used in this passage. If you got the right answer, great job. If not, keep studying. I know you'll get it soon.